Alright, let's see here. Alright, everything checks out. Figured I would do a brief stream just to get one out today. Good evening. Hope everyone is okay tonight. No, but thanks. The last time we got into Oculus, and while I was off stream, I did a brief shopping trip. Just got some coins in, and I went and collected a few oddities from enemies we'd already killed. You know, pigs and such. So there's going to be a slight boost to my experience since last time, about 6 or so. Other than that, though, nothing major happened off stream. I went ahead and saved in the warp point in Core City. Turn my headset down. We're actually going to be making use of the night vision goggles to see if we can't discover something here in Core City. And along the way, we'll see about just generally exploring Core City and grabbing oddities here and there. See if we can't get the 5 needed to level. I do still plan on Iconoclasts and Breath of Fire 3, but I think I might look into some sort of overlay or arrangement for the stream so that I can put the chat instead of where it is now, just have like the game window shrunk to about like here, give or take, and then have chat and other stuff in the outer frame. But well, we'll see, won't we? Oh, it's a bunch of random components, might as well. But yeah, I hope everything is going well for everybody tonight. Woo! I know it's a drug, but geez, the blueprint being 10K is kind of something. Yeah, I hope everybody's doing well tonight. Psychedelic spores. I have never actually bothered coming in here before. Wow. Biology of 150? Jeez. Old world booze worth 2. Okay, he was moving in an awfully specific path. Yeah, I'm sure you are. Oh, did something happen, or are you just trying to see how high you can tweak it? Whoop. Oh. Ain't that cute? But it's wrong. How dare they? Oh, has it? I thought you had played it somewhat recently, but alright. Wow. Already counting on such a thing. Well, you know, that's fair. Oh, huh. I figured you had, well, touched it way more recently than that. Yeah, Subnautica. Hello. That's not suspicious. Oh yeah, I'm sure a certain nerd is. Uh, between Seth's review of it and, you know, people have never said anything bad. It's just, you know, I wasn't dumping 30 on it. 10 for what's supposed to be a pretty good game, and it even has Seth Syntax word on it. You know, yeah, sure. I'm willing. Um, Subnautica, you know, heard lots of great things, at least about the base version. And I like the bits I did see. 10, sure, that's fine. You spot a robed figure doing something to an electronic lock. He had just turned his head away from the direction you came from and was checking out the opposite one, giving you a bit of extra time during which you will not be observing him. There's a haxor in his hands, its screen casting light inside his hood, illuminating his confusion, or maybe irritation, or most likely a bit of both. But then he senses your presence. He calmly conceals his hacking device and walks away as if nothing unusual is happening. What are you doing here? He ignores you and walks away. I'm gonna be real with you. Kinda wanna do something to that. It's not evil. I mean, he's clearly being super suspicious. Ooh. Yeah, calling me evil. Eye of Chort. This medallion is generally worn by military personnel of Institute of Chort. Let me Google real quick if this is going to make the Institute hostile to me. Because if it's not, that's a level. And no, I'm not evil. I'm just, a little pragmatic. So, I'm not completely certain. Also, why does he have two different Hexer Mark IIIs? I'm not entirely certain if killing this dude will make the Institute hostile. If I were not streaming, I'd be okay with testing it out, but I can't find anything conclusive. So I did find something else, though, that tells me all that I need to know. So I'm good with letting it play out neutrally. Still, super rude. Yeah, no wonder he was annoyed. It's one of those keycard onlys that you can't actually, you know, open without the key item. Oh, was that what I think it is? Oh, no, just a different old world firearm. An unusually muscular boulder of a woman takes a firm stand before you while wielding a massive sledgehammer. She doesn't seem very pleased, and her rock-shattering stare seems equally as potent as her strong arms. Also, the giant hammer in her hands looks like it has connected with quite a number of skulls in the past, further contributing to the whole image. You filthy male pig, you are all bastards, Bray. Cheaters, selfish good-for-nothings. Look, like that husband of mine, the love of my life, Stepanaki? Definitely slaughtered that. Who cheated on me with some Svitlana girl. Bre. But I ended that affair with a swift blow to his head. You're all the same. Pigs, cheaters, get out of my house, drop off. Okay then. As you approach the masked man, he proceeds to wipe off some of the dirt from his lenses before taking a look at you. His stained clothes seem a few sizes too big for him. Either he had suddenly lost a lot of weight, or they were perhaps too big for him in the first place. Whatever the case, you stop thinking of it and focus on following his muffled voice. Hello, whoever you are. Welcome to my shack. Ignore the smell if you can, and don't fall off the edge, Bray. Seen enough of that for the day. Bray? Bray? What, Bray? What does Bray mean? It can't be translated. No, it can't. On its own, it means nothing. It just, you know, gives more emotion to what you say, draws more attention to it. Pauses. Example. When you say no, that means an ordinary no. But no, bruh, means don't even think about it, bruh. Hello means hello. Hello, bruh. It means I'm real happy to see you, brother. You can also use bruh as a standalone word, you dig, but the meaning, again, depends on the context. Like in, let's see, one person is being stupid and doing something over and over, another person can just say bruh to draw attention to his stupidity. You dig any of this? Yes, bruh. Alright, bruh. So how's life? Well, not that bad to tell you the truth. Not dominating, but not too bad. We got a, you dig, a small community here. Community of us foreigners, bruh. Eh, sticking together is the best way to not get dominated around these parts. Hey, I'm telling you how it is. Also, listen, we got a couple of good barrels for the soup. I mean, barrel soup. Each of these barrels has its own unique, dominating flavor, bruh. So if you want to rent one, let me know. Only, listen, bruh, you can't take them away. You can only use them here, dig, bruh? I recommend the Biocore oil barrel, the bright red one. It adds a punchy, sour note to everything you put in it. Yeah, man, it's so, bruh, he drolls off. Have any of those been approved by the Core City Health Organization, if there is one? Coupled laughter fills his gas mask. You've got a fine sense of humor, bruh. Brother, you do. Where are you people from? West. Southwest, actually. It's a long story. There was this war, and, some of us had to move away, and it's a long story, bruh. We're here now, he nods. We're here. Goodbye and take care. Yeah. How dare you even consider trying to be hostile to me? Oh. Rat head amulet. Old world booze, but we are capped on that, unfortunately. Oh, well. Wouldn't it be a shame if that just ended everything for you? Might as well recharge the power fist. The man starts screaming something at you as soon as you come near him. Unfortunately, due to him having a single rotten tooth in his mouth, you find it difficult to discern anything of his frantic speech. Anything but one word. Bucket. One specific bucket, it seems. Maybe with a hole or two, you aren't sure. Sadly, that's all you are able to make out of his incomprehensible blustering, and we'll never know why that particular bucket means so much to this man. Just wanna leave him alone. Bolt quiver, honestly not worth Waiting around. The obviously drunk man blocks your passage by planting himself on the narrow bridge, swaying from left to right and threatening to fall to his demise at any given moment. As you take a step closer to him, the overwhelming reek forces you to reconsider and take a step back in fear of losing consciousness and going down yourself. Would you be so kind as to let me pass? He opens his mouth to speak, and by doing so, contaminates the air even further with his odious breath. You take a few more steps back just to be safe. You move, you stinking rat hound. Drop off. His reply ends with some incomprehensible muttering. Sir, would you please let me pass? I'm in a bit of a hurry. Do you know who I am? Am I? Stone out, you blah. His reply ends with some incomprehensible muttering. So wait, is it the... Okay, let me tell you a thing here, pipe worker. Here, look. He points to his eyes. This is my bridge. Listen, listen, listen. Ain't moving anywhere. I'm not, damn it. Okay, now he's going to cycle through. Well, I guess we'll be a little bit mean. Move, damn it. I haven't got time to waste. Oh. He's just going to say... Okay, so all of these are just going to yield different comments like that unless I just go for it, I guess. Move your filthy, stinking body to some other place and let me pass. Yep. Oh, whoops. There was absolutely nothing here to justify, though. Good thing it's a video game, huh? An armed, ripped man performs a reverse nod the moment he sees you, after which he lets out a disgusting gargling sound before spitting something yellowish-brown on the ground. An instant later, he spits again, hitting the exact same spot, before uttering his words with a loud voice that is as rough as his manners. Yo, pipe worker, this here ain't a place for the likes of you. Drop off out of here, or you's gonna end up in barrel soup. I'm interested in that tunneler over there, and you're in the way. Be interested all you want. This here tunna belong to us. Drop off now, pipe worker. Still here? So I don't think the persuasion check will work without putting on the shoes, but let's see. You know, if the Faceless decide to come and get this thing back, you're going to be in big trouble. Well, we can take them on, yeah. Them Facemen ain't got nothing on us. Is that right? I'm going. Since that option's still there, sure, let's try the shoes. Really? On the second thought, them Facemen is damn freaks. He turns to his men and yells, "Yo, mud, trash man, gravel, and you, little garbage. We is moving out. Leave that freak hanging, who cares about him? Make way." At the end of the day, just put on your shiny, good-looking shoes and everything is well. This tunneler seems to have drilled out of the wall several meters too high and smashed it to the ground, stopping a hair's breadth short of continuing into the chasm. You take a look inside to see a blood-smeared troop hold, but no bodies inside. Moreover, there's nothing noticeable for you to scavenge, as the inside appears to have been picked clean by those who found it before you. The machine doesn't appear to be functional anymore, and from visual inspection alone, you reckon it would need serious repairs in order to make it run again. I'll leave it alone for the moment. I think I've got enough to do the check, but we'll worry about that when we get up there. Biocore Technology Catalog Fragment, don't mind if I do. Worth 1 point. And here we have an injured Faceless in a cage. He lost the cage match. Hanging above the chasm, an injured Faceless stands locked in a sturdy metal cage. He seems badly injured, with blood dripping from his open wounds and feeding the blackness below. Slowly lifting his head, he looks at you calmly, making no unnecessary movements nor producing a single sound. Attempt to open the cage and let him out. As soon as the Faceless exits the cage, a sound of something breaking jars the ear. It's the chain holding up the cage. It snaps, sending the cage plummeting into the chasm below, the event ending with a reverberation of it colliding with the hard bottom. The Faceless, after gathering himself, thanks you with a small nod, but still says nothing. The only sound he produces is the sound of a heavy, difficult breathing. Up close, you notice countless gashing wounds on his body, which are slowing down all his motions with what must be horrible pain. Small droplets of blood drip from beneath his heavily scratched, dented, completely twisted mask, and further redden the scene. One little detail also catches your eye, or better yet, 3 of them. Small metal cylinders protrude from his right arm, but not the other, with one of them being crooked and bleeding from the place where it meets with the pale skin. The purpose of these cylinders you cannot figure out from observation alone. After a minute or 2 of rest, he rises as if he were twice as heavy, seemingly wanting to leave. It is obvious to you he can barely stand, let alone escape the hostile territory he is currently in. Offer him 1 advanced health hypo. The Faceless gladly accepts your help. After treating his wounds as much as he is able to, he gives you another, livelier nod. His chances of successful retreat now seem much better. Still, he remains silent. Let him leave. Well, oh, wasn't even trying to leave. Just, didn't realize I'd went into a fight. Whoopsie. But problem solved. Ain't no getting mugged here. Mugger's dead. More city plans, which gets us a level. So, when we do hit 20, agility's going up and we can get a really nice feat. But in the meantime, another point of specialization into expertise. Another biocore technology catalog fragment. Don't mind if I do. Barrel soup ladle. A plain ladle connected to a long pipe. It has to be long enough so that zoners can scrape the bottom of the barrel? Scrape the bottom of the barrel. Worth 2 points. Gladly will take that. This loops back to behind the hardcore city bar. The man raises his hand and signals you to stop. Hey you, this is private property. I suggest you turn around. And what's in there? Pain if you don't get lost, filthy dropper. Well, let's see who's in pain later, won't we? Another Biocore technology catalog fragment. Some coins. Mini Izu. I believe that's the off-brand Uzi. A cloaking device. I'm gonna look at something real quick. Oh look, it's a bunch of gangsters. I wonder what I will do. No, don't. Looting during combat is great if you need to and you just want to get out of there, but if you don't, oh boy, it's super annoying when it happens. Worked out here, but... More core city plans. A young man, enveloped in a rough and well-worn robe, turns to you and speaks with a frail voice. Hey man, got a Karen? He extends his hand towards you. You know what? This is your lucky day, friend. Here's 100 Karens. He pulls a knife on you. It is, because I want to take all your money, you rich bastard. Give me the money now. Haha. You know, I was going to be nice. Oh, I've got something you'll like very much, punk. Wow. Yeah, like I'm gonna give some random douche several thousand Stygian coins. He only killed me because he got lucky on initiative, though. And now I gotta do all of this again. And then this went to hell in a handbasket. Okay. There's the evidence, even though Bill isn't here, that yes, if you fail a throw, it will literally fall back on you. There we go, that's a much better setup for this bunch. Oh, so even if you offer something, he still acts like an ass. You know what? Yep. Oh, and look at that. Look who came out on top of initiative. Beggars can't be choosers. Perhaps a little literal in this case. Some more old world booze that won't matter anymore to me. Core technology catalog fragment. Well, here's the thing. That might be fine for some quote-unquote old world alcohol, but I don't know. You try drinking some 500-year-old beer. That, How unfortunate for you. Oh no, you shouldn't do that though. His gun and his aim are both pretty bad. Oh, I did not even notice him. Okay. Oh, and now I'm apparently stunned. Cool. Alright, guess we know who to open up on instead. Oh yeah, he is just in stealth, ain't he? You know what? That works for me. Ain't it cute how he's like, I almost feel sorry for you. Yeah, whatever you say, Chief. I'm not the one who just got my whole team wrecked. Spying endoscope, don't mind if I do. So this is the console that, if we hadn't just gone to the bar, we could have injected the Hercules test data here. Wow, he actually got to me. Wow, he actually just two-shot me. Oh, then again, he crit for 194. Okay, never mind. That's not as impressive. I mean, is it really getting wrecked if it's completely contingent upon them critting, though? Ah, look, they're all gathered together. How wonderful. Be even better if I didn't just miss like 4 attacks in a row at 80%. That is actually insulting. Okay then. Okay, that dude has 570 health. Yeah, he's a little sturdy. Just a little. Of course, it doesn't matter as much when he can't dodge because he's stunned. So, there's 2 reasons I'm wandering around Core City. One is, of course, getting all the loose oddities that are just sitting around. But the other is, there is a specific location, I'm not entirely sure where it is, that if I use the night vision goggles, I'll be able to get into a specific location without needing 11 or 14 perception. Obviously not going to have either one of those in a non-gun build. No, you're not going to see the cube for a long, long time. Hell, we haven't even gone back and gotten involved with the free drones yet. Okay. They will be fine. Faceless are quite capable of taking care of themselves. And I might have just found it. As soon as I can find the spot to click. Okay. Well, this is definitely different, so very likely, yes. Some nice quality items. Field. Console displays 10 distinct heat bars, each showing the current temperature they're operating with. Every boiling unit has its own set of controls, all of which are used to manipulate the amount of heat they can dish out. A separate section of the display shows the water level, as well as the humidity of nearby air. Well, let's look at the detailed readings. That's failed. Okay, so this thing's just completely busted. Alright. More nice quality items. Whole bunch of jump across options. Can't wait to find out why. Ah, and the thing you love to see when you walk into a new area. Spider webs. Another sealed door. Oof. Not sure there's a good reason for doing that, but, I don't see any reason to enable those unless it... See why I would keep the oil spiders away. No, if their attack ricochets because it's electric and hits them, it actually hypercharges them and empowers their next attack. Coil spiders are absolutely terrible. Oh. And then I accidentally clicked and walked. And I did not want to. I am not sure what the purpose of those switches is, but I'm not touching them outside of necessity. Oh, one of them's already on. Oh boy. There goes all of my charge. Well, that's already a completely dead state. We'll check the trapdoor. Or we won't. Silly me. Oh, so I'm already down here anyway. Oh, that would be why. Which means that the trapdoor is probably open now. Or not. Really? Oh, this would be why there's more switches up here. And more webs. Ooh. Okay then. Very nice. Did not want that to happen, but okay. Niobium piercing set. Huh. Oh, that's a luxury item, okay. More mats. Well, at least it's high quality metal plate. The door won't stay shut? Huh. peek and see where this leads. Uh... Ah, okay. More gangsters that will get theirs soon enough. Nauseating stench of foul booze pollutes this tiny room. One wouldn't make a mistake calling it a literal sewage. The out-of-place furniture indicates that there was a deliberate attempt made to turn this section into a livable area. However, due to negligence, it much more resembles a torture chamber. Despite all that, an old, vigorous man swiftly steps up before you. Unaffected by his surroundings, he seems primed to face an intruder. Stands apart from the usual decrepit mugger look is his clenched right fist, or rather, the glove he's wearing. From the joints of each of his fingers, 5 wires extend over his upper arm into the sleeve of his coat. At the center of his palm, a source of blue light glows bright. Would you look at that? Another stray cockroach took a wrong turn. Some disinsection? Huh. Might be in order. His voice sounds familiar to you. Without a shadow of a doubt, you've heard him talk over one of the emergency phones. Firstly, you remember hearing him talk on one of the phones in the Ironhead's base. He mentioned something about not willing to not do crunching anymore. The other time you picked him up was on the phone south of Warehouse Block Beta, north of the GMS compound, close to the Ironhead's base. He once again mentioned the same message as before, just this time it was to another caller while you were listening in on their conversation. This predicament is completely avoidable. It's in neither's interest to escalate this non-existing conflict any further. On the other hand, I'm much more interested in having a conversation. After all, we should act like humans, not insects. Spare me your meaningless chatter. He points to the ground. This corner here is mine. Now he points at the exit. Drop off and find your own. Hold up, I mean no harm. Since when should a swatting hand fear the flies? Fear and pain are a necessity. Life as we know it would lose its meaning in their absence. They give us all a common direction forward. The ruckus these 10 can cause, he flexes his fingers. Instead of going forward, you'll end up deep under. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't mean to go there. Out of a sudden, he raises his right hand and points it towards your eyes. Blue light rays begin emanating from the glove, giving off an intimidating impression. This unexpected glow briefly blindsides you, allowing him to close the distance. Is yapping y'all do these days? Usually leads to something more than that if the other side tags along. Here to waste my time, just buzz off, okay? I don't have time for any of this. I don't like wasting time either. On the contrary, its services, in fact, make up for it. I'll keep it coin 50 with you. If you're expecting to get some metal out of here, that ain't happening, okay? As a matter of fact, I'm looking to make some brass, and I'm all out of copper. He taps the side of his head. How about you put yours to some good use for me? What do you have in mind? That eager to just tag along with a stranger? You don't find anything abnormal about that? You proposed an offer and I've accepted it. Don't see anything wrong here. Straight to the point. I can respect that. He nods at you. Decent mindset, but hard to maintain all the way through. It's also a great way for setting yourself up for failure. What do you mean? Forget about it. After an elongated, deep breath, he lowers his voice as he opens up, calm and slow. Listen, we may not have kicked this gig off on a good foot, but keep in mind that the gigs I undertake are like a minefield. You make a wrong step, and you're a goner. This one is not an exception. I'm assembling a new big gizmo for this place here. For that, I'll need to get my hands on some gizmos, all of which are scattered around the place. I'd get those on my own had I've not been kicked out by pretty much everyone I've been in recent contact with. Just like this place here, I have several more hideouts which I've used for my gigs. Are you following? Yes, I am. Okay, one particular hideout I have in mind is located in the sewers. All the way to the northwest. He gently points at you. Now, this is where you hop in. I'm listening. A bunch of gizmos, calling themselves the Acid Hunters, became the bane of my main crunch I've had in mind for this place. He readjusts his glasses. See, I've been crunching with everyone who found out about my gig. Crunch for a crunch kind of schemes. I'll keep a coin 100 with you. That gig I did with this group in particular, well, it failed miserably. And now they're back after me, or something like that. All I know is that they're armed and well barricaded in that sewer cave of mine. I'd laid them out as usual, but I left down there a crucial gizmo I'll need to carry with my crunch here. A bunch of thick, high-voltage power cables. By grabbing his wrist, he gestures to you the width of the cables, which would make them wide as a forearm. Deal with any gizmos in your way, and bring me back the heavies. What exactly made them come after you? Them and I, we're not strangers one to another. Been crunching with them for quite a while. We both share this constant heat that's after our backs. This time, though, I'm fairly certain that they've crossed the line and are now trying to dodge the blowback. Either that, or they're looking to sort some old crunch of ours gone wrong. What makes me think of the former is the fact that they forced their way into my crib. They wanted to confront me. They do that when they ran into me a while ago. I'm outnumbered, and from our common past, I'm well aware of their cunning capabilities. I don't know what sort of crazies has polluted their tiny minds. Okay, now about this job of yours. What will I get from this task? Something I'm sure you'll find good use of. It's a piece of a much greater puzzle. Out of a sudden, he snaps his fingers. The fabric of his glove, combined with this technique, produces a loud, hair-raising sound. A gizmo that can blindside all metal eyes. Let's just keep it at that for now. Acid Hunters? I've been looking for that gang all over the place. Well, there you go. Another reason to do the crunch. Have you noticed anything suspicious about them? Not really sure what you're looking for. One would say that pretty much everything is strange around that hellish bunch. Are they carrying something that doesn't belong to them? Here, I'll break it down for you. Some time ago, before they decided to come back to my hideout, they brought to me a big gizmo for sale. As arrogant as usual, especially this guy, Cornell, their big boss, who began to boast about it as if it was the best gizmo ever. I disregard that, lie with no second thought. They went out of their way to prove to me otherwise by opening the box for me to see the gig. He takes off his glasses for a moment to wipe his eyes. For once, they were right. Just looking at it gave me a headache, as it appeared both distorted and smooth, a mind-bending shape, coupled with markings, none of which I could discern. He looks away for a moment. I just can't put it into words. Even if I were to sell my kidney, I'd never amass the amount they've asked for it. But I couldn't just let them take it away from me. In that moment, I had a metal tracker on me, which I planted on the box before I booted them out. They took the damn gizmo all over the place until it ended up somewhere I couldn't keep track of, the Cortec Research Facility. I've never had access to any of the shacks held by the fat rats, but I don't intend to keep it that way for too long. Where are they now? Look for a hidden lever inside the second shaft of this, what do you call it? It's like a huge canalization pass or something. You'll find it all the way northwest, deep inside the city sewers. It's a really big pipe. You can't miss it. Bring me the cables and deal with the acid hunters in any way you do your gig. Before you go, from here on out, you can call me Freak. That's the way all gizmos in and out of our gig know me by. See you soon, Freak. He waves you off and goes back to his work. An exposed section of the wall reveals many cables inside, all thick as an arm. A layer of black dust covers most of the electronics except the select few, which were cleaned up by human hands, evident by fingerprints remains. Think he drained my psi. But this is now a quick way to get to him, so we've got the easy way set. While I could be wrong, I think that might have been all the problematic existences here. Let's see if we can't find a safe way into that trap door and see what's in there. And then all the worst things come. No, still sealed. Lots of metal here, actually. Yeah, no, lots of metal. Okay. Other than that, opening the doors, I don't know what that's all about, but oh well. But now that we've gotten the easy way in, we don't need the night vision goggles equipped anymore. They have served their purpose. I don't remember if this had ambience before or not. Like, this sounds new to me. Could be wrong, but... Old Scrapture, even though we've capped on that long ago. Still want to take it, though. And time to equip the gas mask. $430 damage off of that critical hit. Another rat head amulet, mushroom brew, and the claw, which is one of the weapons that I intend to see about using in the endgame. And a barrel soup ladle for 2 oddity points. Pretty good. Trapdoor? Don't remember that. Or maybe I do. I remember this room. Iron guts. Oh, siphoners. Okay. Did not want to do that. Now, this guy isn't hostile at all. The subtle noise of a nearby lantern for a moment is interrupted by a quiet yet distinct sound of a pen and paper being laid down on a messy table ridden with the oddities of various kinds. I could really help myself to those oddities, I'm just saying. Facing you now is a mutie who, according to his facial expression, is not surprised at all by your presence in his room. He slowly looks at you from bottom to top, spending a few seconds to glance at each of your extremities. After that, his eyes meet yours as his mouth slowly opens. The shadow covers his mutated tongue, with which he wipes his tiny lips. Welcome to my lair. Thanks for having me. He bows slightly, after which his hand reaches for what seems to be a tattoo gun of sorts. It is connected via a long stitched-up cord into a makeshift apparatus, a chemical set of glassware filled with colorful liquid. Even though the place seems to be a mess, a commendable effort was made to maintain the overall hygiene. He uses the tip of the gun to point to a nearby brown table. I brand those who wish to engrave and carry onwards their most special memories until the end of times. You brand people? Care to elaborate? He takes a deep breath. In my past and this current life, there is only one thing that didn't change: my drive to experience the world. Hence, I've made this layer of remembrance, which was supposed to keep it all together. This curse I have did its best to stop me in my tracks. Words could no longer contain the memories, pictures, drawings. He shakes his head. This was the solution I came up with, he snorts. Our skin, just another place to engrave the moments important. A gruesome bowel sound bursts from his open mouth. Disgusting drool pierces through his withered teeth as he struggles to cover it all. With his free hand, he eventually manages to pinpoint the wan muscle of his jaw, closing it, after which he picks up a sheet of paper to wipe the remaining stains. He snorts. We used to have a caretaker here. He conducted many exploits to keep us alive. He's gone now, for who knows how long, and so I made all this to give myself a reason to keep going. He raises his both hands. He raises both his hands slightly and then drops them down, lifelessly. How did you end up in here? That is a story long past, so long I cannot even remember it. With his free hand, he points to his stomach, which is overgrown in tumors. Looking closely, you notice that the tumors have spread over a tattoo he used to have there. Small fractions of the drawings can still be seen, and they depict a portion of a map with many lines in it, indicating a path. However, due to his condition, it's impossible to tell where did that track lead to. Who even comes here? Many or few? I struggle to keep track. This curse I'm afflicted with is eating away my memories. Tell me more about this procedure. Drawing symbols, he scratches his head. Marks is the only drive I have left. For a human, a single tattoo. He glances back and forth between you and some drawings. Free of charge. Only one tattoo? That's how many I've made for myself before all this. He lifts his mutated hand slightly, gesturing hopelessness. One desire and one fatal mistake. He shakes his head. It's a reminder of what I used to be and what I've become. I refuse to play the odds and brand the others, lucky to be normal, with more than one way. With more than one way ticket to this hell. It's a faint memory of what I knew about myself and a bridge to becoming this. The day I had my first tattoo was the last day I've lost everything. Free of charge? To brand a person with a mark is something I see as a risk. One could regret forever. Forever after, just like I did, with what I've become. To ask anyone to pay for such an undertaking would be too much, even for the likes of myself. So, let's take a quick moment. And I'm going to look up the tattoo options. Okay, so a lot of these are actually pretty solid. One of them that I actually qualify for is a +5 to all offensive stats, which, can't go wrong with more accuracy, am I right? One I don't qualify for is +10 dodge and evasion. The SGS tattoo, which anybody can get, is +2 to everything. Uh, hmm. think I'll take the SGS one. I mean, there's a lot of good ones there, but at the end of the day, skill thresholds are going to be a pain. So, alright, let's do this. He nods in approval. After that, he slowly reaches for some of his additional equipment in preparation for the task ahead. Time to die? Nah. Take a seat on that table. Points once again at the brown table next to him. Or lay down. Whatever you feel like. You assume an appropriate position best suited for the place which you chose to get tattooed. While waiting, only now you get a proper chance to look around. The room is stuffed with scrambled paper, books, and all-around junk. It is chaotic, to say the least. All the walls and its furniture are inscribed with letters and drawings, an art of a kind hard to understand at a first glance. There are so many illustrations to a point where they have started to overlap with one another, causing them to be convoluted to a point of a total mess. A few minutes go by as you look all around while he gets ready. He sits down on his old stool and is now very close to you. Now, tell me what you'd like to be branded with. Choose wisely. So I wish to honor the fact that I'm a part of Southgate Station. As he was listening to you carefully, he had already begun to draw a sketch on a tiny piece of paper, according to your explanations. Some time passes as the two of you work on the details until you finally meet at the desired tattoo draft. Now let's begin. Don't worry, it won't hurt. Never did something like this before. I guess I've been through much worse. The beauty's deformed hands reach slowly towards you. Only now you can look at him up close as previously. The dim light in his room covered the details of his actual skin condition. Every section of his body, all the way to his neck, wherever there's no deformation due to the effects of the mutation, is covered with, by now, mostly faded out tattoos with various meanings. Abstract drawings, human and animal faces, events, flames, carnage, and destruction, only to name the few. Just as is his skin degenerating, some islands of his body have managed to achieve a reverse effect of a slight regeneration. These are the only spots of his body where one's sight could make anything out of those tattoos. The rest is a nightmare to gaze upon. The odor of his body produces a scent which, at first, is quite hard to withstand. This is something to naturally expect due to his condition, as well as the surroundings you're in. But in reality, it soon starts to become quite the opposite. His delicate movements, combined with the smell of the fresh ink he's made, morph said smell into something weirdly pleasant. Added to the mix is a medical sponge, which he uses to treat you. The echoing noise of the tattoo gun, crackling sound of the loose table, and your nerves reacting to the procedure, all together amalgamate into a thrilling experience. Your gaze shifts to the rest of the room. The equipment he's using is in rough shape. However, he did a decent job of maintaining it, as the tattoo gun stands out quite a bit from the rest of the room. Some of the hanging papers display series of connected events, few closely resembling comic book art. These events feature various encounters, difficult to make much sense of due to the lack of context. Basking in all this art does prove to be a good distraction. Suddenly, your exploration is interrupted. He wipes his nose onto his shoulder and takes a breather. How's it going? All's good. I'm enjoying looking at all the art you've got here on display. He nods. Now fully dedicated to finishing the tattoo, the drawing is starting to come to life. Around the tattoo, you can feel your blood pulsating. Combined with the dim light of the nearby lantern, the color of the tattoo glows and sticks out from the rest of the skin. Still fresh, the tattoo marks leave red outlines around it, somewhat taking away from the actual drawing. With each new line drawn, the pain you feel increases, but it's not the kind of pain that would make you pull away from the source. The tattoo is almost finished. He's now applying the finishing touches. It's exactly as the two of you designed it together. It's a perfect match of the sketch he drew for you, but this time it's on your skin. The meaty picks up a clean rag and wipes off some spots around your tattoo. After that, he stands up and proceeds to clean his tattoo gun. There it is. Carry it. Pride. This came out to be impressive. And you know what? I'm going to offer him a tip of 50 Stygian coins. He bows before you. Thank you. He turns around to his green desk. Now done with the cleaning up the tools, he lowers them down, throws the dirty rag into the nearby trash pile, and picks up a bandage to clean up his mutated hands. I make my living working on the clothes for some muties around here. Siphoner, hopper, and rathound leather. There's plenty of it around here. If you're interested, I could sell you some. Sure, let's look. Huh. He even has greater siphoner. I did not realize you could get it that readily outside of the DLC. Good to know. His head twitches slightly. Yes? Any rumors around the sewers? Memories are fading away from my mind. Look around you. Maybe you'll find something interesting. That's just a net +2 to all skills. Which isn't much, but when you consider how well it's spread out, it has some benefits. So I honestly considered taking the combat one, which is +5 to all combat skills. Could have gotten some bonus detection. Could have gotten 15% additional stealth, which that one probably would have been the best idea. But I think this one's fine. It's a nice all-rounder. And look, it is the man we have been looking for. The man seems to have been caught off guard by your intrusion, and the same applies to his two comrades who swiftly pull out their chemical weapons and present them for you to clearly see. Your eyes quickly return to the person in front of you, rugged, filthy, and scar-ridden. While his cocky stare might feel sharper than broken glass, his voice, not even close. Give us the cube. Well, as Freak actually said, They don't have the cube on them. His voice, not even close. Rather, it reveals growing uneasiness, despite him trying his best to conceal it. Who the hell are you, and how'd you find this place? Name's Bacon, and I've been looking for you high and low, Cornell. Hey, now, I ain't got nothing to do with that boy's death. If it's revenge they want, they ought to send their assassins to Cortec. Tell me how the boy died. I don't know. Hee hee. Takes a deep breath. Alright, listen. So I had this little piece of old world tech or something. Some kind of cube thingy. Don't know what it did, but it looked right fancy. Tried flogging it to a couple of merchants along the way to Core City, but they all turned out to be cheapskates. So when I got back home, I got in contact with the oligarch kids. I figured they got quite a bit of disposable income, and I might appreciate something new to spend it on. Right I was. Too damn right. We met in an alley near the drop zone. You know, a nice secluded place where no one can interrupt us. Millen Simmons wanted it the most, but Edmund, Knight's kid, kept outbidding him. Honestly, I don't think Edmund even wanted the thing. He just wanted to piss Milland off, or to prove he had more money, or maybe to impress Edstrom's girl, what's-her-face. Never mind. She was there as well. Three stupid rich brats squabbling over a toy. You can see where this is going. Eventually, the two boys got into a fight when Milland suddenly pulled out a gun. I think he only wanted to strike Ed with the butt of it, but Ed got a hold of his hand and they wrestled. The gun went off. Bang. That was the end of Edmund Knight. He got dominated. We all panicked. Milland swore it was an accident and persuaded the girl to keep her mouth shut. So we made the trade with Milland and took off. Got the hell out of there. And now we're here. Why'd you stick around in Core City after what happened? We intended to hide till this thing with the tunnelers blew over and then head north. Don't think we'll be safe anywhere till then, since they seem to be looking for us as well. Tunnelers, faceless, whatever you want to call them. Why are the faceless looking for you? Because of that stupid cube. Why else? Tell me about the cube. Wish we never found the damn thing. We got it off some trade caravan in the middle of Lower Underrail. It was mostly slim pickings, but this thingy looked expensive. Had its own fancy box and everything. So we took it from one merchant to the other for appraisal on our way here, but the cheapskates didn't want to pay enough for it since they couldn't figure out what it actually did. I think it's pretty valuable, though, because I believe it's what brought the tunnelers to the gates of Core City. I hear they also paid visits to other places we've been to since we got this pipe-working thing. I had some questions about Terry and Laura Baker, merchants from South Gate Station. Jerry and who? Never heard of those people. It's Terry and Laura Baker. I think you know who I'm talking about, Cornell. Wait, I still don't understand who you're talking about, or what the hell it's all got to do with me. Me? Found Terry's body in a cave near a rail crossing. Seems to me he was killed with a chemical weapon, similar to what you goons have in your arsenal. So what? Just because you got some melters doesn't mean we zoned out your buddy. Get out of here. I got nothing more to say to you because I ain't got a clue what you're talking about. And I think you ain't got no clue either. Ever heard of Freak? Freak? He purses his lips and frowns. See, so he's the one who ratted us out. Figures. How do you and Freak know each other? He hesitates at first, but then speaks. We did some crunching together. This is his joint. Knowing he's hardcore at keeping himself out of sight, this is where we intended to hide. Freak's got some equipment here I'm interested in. Look, we don't care about his junk. Take it. It's all in the room in the back. We took nothing. Well, time to settle this thing, I guess. So what's it going to be? I'm afraid you guys have to die. We'll see about that, pipe worker. Acid hunters, burn them up. That was their one chance. And they blew it. And he's the only one that didn't get dazed. How funny. Are you serious? Well, the only reason they managed to do that is because of that trap. Didn't think they'd have a trap that far in. Much, much better. Yeah, this is the acid blob pistol. I believe they all use the same version. Using chemical weapons is a completely acceptable method of fighting. It's just, not the best, in my opinion. But then again, I've never done the build, so I could be entirely wrong. Another rat head amulet? That's for other quests, and it might even be related to, another quest line that... So Freak is new. He is an alternative to other quest lines. I don't know... yeah, I know it's in here. I don't know exactly what the differences will be doing it this way, but I'm curious to check it out. Try to make use of some of those bear traps I've been keeping in my inventory. Next, we on stealth, and we drop a flare. Easy peasy. Hey, and then the real threat just walked right in. Three-eyed skull. It's a three-eyed human skull. Where is your god now? Worth 3 oddity points. I can literally not see any of that. So, let's make it a bit easier. Oh. Oh yeah, that's actually super handy, huh? Alright. Even in the faint light, you are able to clearly make out the grimace of the person standing on the other side of the glass window. Despite being separated by a physical barrier, you feel devoured by his baleful eyes, strangled by his clenching hands, and can almost hear the cracking of your bones between his grinding teeth. This silent, malevolent scrutiny makes you feel more and more uneasy about this predicament. This foul, repulsive creature has you trapped, as you see no obvious way to escape. Luckily, before your mind can conjure up any horrifying ways for the dreadful event you find yourself in to unfold, the man speaks. Isn't it my lucky week? You people just keep coming, yes. Guess it's going to be quite a feast. You'll do just fine. He lets out a sinister laugh. Feast? What are we having? He laughs. You're not the sharpest tool in the box. No. It doesn't matter. I need you for food anyway. I don't care about the rest. I think I'll start with your eyeballs. He laughs. Come and get me if you can, you rat. You think I won't? But first, give myself a slight edge. You'll feel a tiny jolt, he laughs. No, this shouldn't have happened. Damn faulty wiring. Hacking of 100? That sounds very doable. What do you mean get wrecked? I'm fine. Oh, okay. What's this one? Oh, I need to recharge. So, we will look into those caves eventually, but as you can see, having enough hacking just completely makes that a non-issue right now. Take those EMP grenades, though. Well, somebody clearly got away at some point. APB console, Biocore core electronics. Let's see, activate backup power system. Unable to activate it. Activate emergency gate release. All of them are now open. That is quite the big machine. Oh, well. Know what they say. And just like that, Mr. Cannibal Guy is gone. And he has the Dehumanizer, which, kinda decent. Has a unique level of bleed that I don't believe you can naturally inflict. At least not without a feat. Now, if you were going for a taste for blood build, that would be a good weapon for it. We probably aren't, but who knows. Another three-eyed skull. 3 human brains for whatever reason. Cortec pamphlet. Short document stating the technological achievements, purpose, and general tenets of the Cortec organization. Worth 3 oddity points. Don't mind if I do. Now that said, this is actually not a terrible spot, so I'm going to call it here. Did some decent stuff. Cleared most of the sewers, met Freak. Halfway through to level 20. Not too bad. You know, you say that every time. It's almost like you want it to happen. But I'm gonna look into how to make things better in this, like I said. Because I do want to, like, have, like, a corner just for all the stream-related stuff. That way, the things like the chat being... Waiting for the chat to be right here, and don't want it in the middle of the screen on everything. But we'll see. If all goes well, I'll start Breath of Fire 3 at some point this week. Cute. And we'll go from there. In any case, thanks for coming by. I hope you enjoyed it. Should stream at least once tomorrow. But like I said, I'm gonna try and do other things this week. So more than one a day just depends. But as always, like I just said, thanks for coming. Hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful evening and get some good rest.